always been into community service work. It's something that I don't do for show. I love giving back to the community because I believe gratitude reciprocates. And I reached out to the Covenant House here in LA because I wanted to do more. I wanted to give back. And the Covenant House has been around 40 years giving back to homeless youth, and they specialize in comforting homeless youth and giving them proper nutrition, giving them the tools and resources that they need to get by and survive and thrive and have the best life that they can possible.
And put together a plan for every single individual thing. We give them food, we give them, a room to sleep in. So right above us right here is our Safe Haven shelter where 60 young people sleep. And it's not like a big shelter with 1,000 beds and cots. It's 4 to a room, and it's more about building a loving, trusting relationship because most young people don't have trusting relationships with adults. So showing them that there's people who love them and who care about them. And we've had some young people who meet with our outreach workers for 3 or 4 years, and then for some reason one night decide, okay, it's time, I'm ready, I want to come. Everyone you see here tonight, you're going to meet has a story. But we think that's the most uninteresting thing about them because we think they're the most beautiful, courageous, resilient, lovely, hilarious, creative young people on the planet. So,
there's a saying that goes, never judge a book by its cover. When I first arrived at the Covenant House, I wasn't too sure how I would be perceived or how it would look. Everyone was just so kind and welcoming to me, and I realized, man, this was, a great organization to definitely be a part of.
I would love to come hear your story and everything.
Absolutely. We'd like to connect with you afterwards.
Yes, definitely. I had my business card on me. I stay ready so I can get ready.
Yeah.
For us, there's nothing in the world more powerful than when our alumni come back and our young people can see it's possible.
Now I just finished school, Antioch University, so I can go more time. Thank you. So I'm a makeup artist, actor. I like to keep busy, so I like money and money likes me.
They live in the rooms up here where it's 2 rooms, and college people want to be behind the camera, in the movie industry. So. Yeah, we don't have to look far to find a lot of beauty and talent around here. It comes to us.
I wish I knew how to draw.
And every time I've been able to come to the Covenant House several times a year, I've been able to build relationships with a lot of these kids. And it's just not something where you see them once and that's that. We develop a relationship, we stay in contact on social media, and that's what it's all about because I know how it was when I first came out publicly and Cher reached out to me on social media and said how much of a difference I had made in her friend's life. And now her friend is comfortable being themselves. So I know being in contact with a lot of these kids at the Covenant House means the world to them. It means the world to me because if I can give them hope, if I can give them that encouragement to follow their dreams and not let any stereotype or not let any disability hold them down, then so be it.
But like we have something in common because you're from Alaska. I've done shows in Alaska. What the hell? It's cold in Alaska.
Yeah.
Conversation. I mean, I can leave here saying, oh, I met someone from Alaska. Now I made a connection.
Yeah.
I made a connection in Alaska.
Powerful-minded. I'm independent. I'm strong. I'm alive. In my heart, it represents the tattoo I have on my back for my family, my brother's names, and my mother and my father's. But also my friend Iggy that passed away last year from gun violence. And he really motivated me in life to move forward in what I wanted to do. And he basically, he was a great friend, but also a great person. He didn't think about just himself, he thought about his family and everyone else. So it was very sad that he passed away so sudden and so soon. but still was an open minder for everybody that guns aren't the answer to violence.
Well, what motivates you? Like,
What motivates
what's your
me
goal?
is my goal in life is to have my family all together. I was raised with basically one side of my family. So I want to eventually have both of my sides of my family together, but mostly my motivation are my 3 brothers.
That's awesome.
They motivate me in life to do better, and that's what I came out here to do.
You know, I don't have all the answers, so I'm a family person too, just like yourself. So I always look to her. She's my soundboard. So we all need that kicking ass sometimes, and sometimes she's there to do it for me. So, but I'm so happy, Kay, that I was able to meet you, and like I said, hopefully we can definitely collaborate.
Yes, that'd be nice. Thank you. It's nice meeting you too.
Yeah. Give me a hug. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Block hate, spread the word, strengthen numbers. We all receive hate for various reasons, but in order to be strong and successful, we gotta block the hate. DC and stuff like that, the Women's March, the peaceful protest.
I went to the Women's March.
Oh, you were there?
Yes.
Well, she was there.
And then I have Your Vibe Attracts Your Tribe and
Yes.
Black Lives Matter. It's very important. Social work and social justice are very important to me. And I think it's up to us to change society and challenge racism, sexism,
That's amazing, huh?
homophobia,
I'm
patriarchy.
laughing because you are just hitting it all, like, I can learn from you.
Awesome. I feel like you can always learn from anyone.
Yeah.
Even like when we go on Skid Row with Sister Margaret and give food out to people, there's always something to learn, even to the people you wouldn't consider that you would have anything to learn from.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Still breathing, right? Still breathing. Still breathing. Gary.
I think my positive today was this event, because this event meant actually been anything like this here. Yeah, and I don't know, I really like this organization. And thank you for
Same here. We're friends now.
so nice.
Make a new friend.
Yeah.
I appreciate your time. And we got beanie weenies. We got beanie weenies.
You know, there was a changing point for me at the Covenant House when I had met this kid Oscar, and he came up to me and he was talking to me about this rock that he had in his hand. And as he was talking to me about this rock he had in his hand, he had these cuts on his forearm. And I was continuing to talk to him and continuing to be a friend to him. And I left it alone with Oscar. And after I was halfway through my presentation at the Covenant House, the first time that I was there, Oscar raised his hand and he wanted to tell me something. So he pulled out a piece of paper and he so eloquently recited this poem about me. And it had all my career moments in the poem. And it was a big turning point for me, because when you give these kids hope and you let them see that the sky's the limit with them, the sky's the limit with them. So I always say my job is much more bigger than being a superstar. It's helping kids fight bigotry and hatred and being the voice of the voiceless. And for me, I would say this isn't a fucking gimmick. This is real. This is real life. And if again I can be the voice of the voiceless when it comes to our LGBT youth or anybody that gets bullied for various reasons, then so be it. I'm going to be that superhero for the LGBT community. I'm going to be that superhero for anyone that gets bullied for various reasons. You can bet on that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you, that means a lot. I appreciate it.
That's my sonny.
I guess today's my cheat day.
Today's my cheat day.
Is it sugar-free, V?
Huh?
Is it sugar-free?
It is sugar-free.
Oh, okay.
Yep, sugar-free, fat-free, no carbs, no nothing.
No, nothing.
Oh, thank you. I'm making my 20s, what is this at? I'm making my 20s jealous of my 30s.